everyone, this is Scott Kirchman again, and I have a very simple but important question for you. What if I can teach you a skill that will only take minutes to learn that can help put food on your table and help potentially protect you or your family in the event of emergency? Would you be interested in hearing it? I'm guessing you would. So, a little bit about me that helps to qualify me to be able to put this information out to anybody. I have been in the United States Army for 18 years and 3 months, and for all 18 years and 3 months of that, I have had to go and work with numerous weapon systems, 6 that I can count, and had to be able to zero and qualify with those weapon systems. Yes, that's right. So in case you haven't got it from my general topic, today I'm going to be teaching you about how to work with firearms, and more specifically, how to work with optics. Yes, that's right. I'm going to teach you how to properly get a sight picture with a rifle, if you've never even held one before, and how to very simply get a zero with a standard hunting scope. That's right. I'm going to be moving into a bit more of this on topic, but first off, we're going to talk about how to attain a proper sight picture with a rifle. This doesn't matter if you're looking through a scope, if you are using what we call a red dot, or if you're using what we call iron sights on the rifle. Anything that you shoot through, this is going to work for you to help you maintain a proper sight picture and help you to get your groupings nice and well. Now, when I say groupings, what I'm talking about is in the Army, we fire 3 rounds. So what we're going to do, or what you're going to do, is you're going to pick up your rifle and you want to aim at a target. Now we're going to say this target, for general purposes, is 100 yards away from you. Okay? So what you want to do is you want to pick up and you want to aim at a point on that target. So for you, you're going to aim at the very center point. Now if you're using an optic, what you're going to do is you're going to put the crosshairs from that optic straight in the center of this circle. And you are going to pull the trigger. And then come over here and say your bullet lands right here. Okay, it does not matter if it hit the center of the target. We're not worried about that right now. What we're worried about is getting all 3 of those bullets within the size of your thumbprint so that you can properly zero this weapon so that you can function with it in the way it's supposed to be. So, next thing you're going to do is you're going to come over here and you're going to aim at this again and you're going to shoot. And say we got the next one, which is right here. Smack, hit the target right there. And then we're going to say you shoot one more time, aim at the exact same spot, and you've got your 3rd shot right there. Okay, so now all of your shots are very close together, but they're not in a small group or a triangle, which is what you want them to be in. All of these are in a straight line up and down. That straight line means that you are not controlling your breathing when you are pulling the trigger. So, the main things you need to remember when you're trying to get a good grouping and to zero your rifle is breathing and trigger squeeze. So, what I'm talking about when I say breathing is if you're laying down, or if you're kneeling, or you have your rifle resting on you at some point, you're going to breathe in, breathe out, wait for that natural pause in your breath cycle, and then pull the trigger. Breathe in, breathe out, wait, and then pull the trigger. Every time you do that, you're causing your chest to rise up, you're causing it to deflate, and your body to go into a natural relaxed mode, and you're going to pull that trigger. And that should eliminate these lines, or these holes in this paper going straight up and down. That should get you all in one spot. Now, what if I say, but Scott, what happens if my targets are hitting here, here, and here? Well, all 3 of those dots, instead of being straight up and down, are now horizontally left and right. What's wrong with me then? Well, what I'm going to tell you is that you're pulling the trigger too hard and you're causing your gun to jerk left or right. That's what's going to cause your bullets to impact on a left or right basis. So you're going to breathe in, breathe out, nice easy trigger squeeze, and the round's going to fire. So what you want your rounds to look like when they hit the target is one on top, one right here, and one right there. A nice triangle. Once you get that nice triangle, you know you're good to go. So now that you've got a good grouping, now you need to get this thing down here to your zero. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to fire 3 shots. Now that we've got our grouping. So our shots are going to be boom. Right here, and right here. All right, so they're not in the center, but we know we got a good grouping. We know at 100 yards, they're falling this far down. So this is where your scope comes into play. If you're looking at this target at 100 yards, each one of these lines represents 1 inch. So as of right now, your rounds have landed 1, 2, 2 inches low, and 1, 2, 2 inches to the right. So now we need to look at our scopes. If you use a standard scope, you can see on this scope, if I can get it to focus, on this scope, each click of this or this ring equals 1/4 inch at 100 yards. So if our rounds landed right here and we need to go up, you're going to look right here and you're going to go 1/4 inch for every 1/4 click, or 1 click equals 1/4 of an inch. So we need to go 2 inches. So that makes us go 8 clicks. So we're going to take this and we're going to go 8 clicks up. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we went 8 clicks up. That should take our rounds right up here to this line, but we still need to go left. So over here on the side of the rifle, or the side of the scope, you can see it says 1 click to the left is 1/4 of an inch. So we're going to go down where the arrow points to the left, and we're going to go 8 clicks this way. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now, all of our targets should be, instead of landing here, all 3 of them should land right here. So, we're going to go fire our 3 shots again. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. That's really, really close. So maybe what happened is, maybe you were at 105 yards, and maybe you were just a little bit past 100 yards when you put your target up. So it didn't quite get on 0. So all you're going to do is you're going to simply take it, and you're on the halfway line, so you're going to move it 2 clicks up and 2 clicks to the left. And at that point, your rifle should be firing right here in the exact center. So we're going to go boom, 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 and we're going to punch the center of that target out. So now you have not only effectively learned how to properly squeeze the trigger and breathe, which gets you a good grouping, but you've also learned how to very simply and very quickly zero a scope so that you can put food on your table by the means of taking out an animal or protect your family in whatever means that might be. So this can be an essential life skill that you may not think you need right now, but if for some reason you find yourself in a situation where everything has gone into anarchy, or you find yourself in a situation where you've never been in the woods and you must survive, now you know the basics of how to get a good sight grouping and on how to zero a scope. I hope this information has helped everyone. I hope it has provided some sort of essential life skill for you. And I thank you for your time and for your patience. Thank you very much. I hope you have a very nice evening, and good night.